But I want to start with this article here, because this one's going to make your blood boil. It's really funny.
Oh, no. Oh, boy.
From the Philadelphia Inquirer, the impeachment of President Biden and other American nightmares coming in 2023 by Will Bunch. With polls, gerrymandering, making a GOP House all but inevitable in 2023, Americans need to ponder a year that could tear the nation apart. I love the obliviousness, the ignorance. Was it not a nightmare over the past 5 years dealing with the incessant lies from the media, with Adam Schiff lying on TV, with us being lied to over and over and over again and gaslit, and they impeached Trump twice?
Yep.
I love it. In his scenario, he's like, it's a gray, chilly Washington, D.C. day in March 2023. You know, they're convening to impeach Joe Biden. And whereas he says, like, a Code Pink protester bursts onto the floor and screams, why are you doing this?
Are these people insane?
Why are you doing it? I'll tell you why we're doing it. Because Joe Biden colluded with Ukraine to stop funds from going to Ukraine, to stop an investigation of Burisma, because the prosecutor in Ukraine was investigating Burisma, where Hunter Biden was on the board, as well as a former CIA director, I believe was a director. And the U.S. and Joe Biden had interests in making money. In my opinion, I'll tell you what I think. The U.S. wanted a gas pipeline, the Qatar-Turkey pipeline, going up through Syria into Turkey. They wanted to compete with the Russian Gazprom natural gas monopoly. And I think Joe Biden said, hey, if the U.S. wants to do this, we get in the company. I put my son on the board, and I get 10% for the big guy. When the prosecutor started investigating Mykola Zlochevsky, the founder of the company, Joe Biden comes in and says, if you want the $1 billion from the federal government, you better fire the prosecutor. And then the president did. And Victor Shokin signed a sworn affidavit saying, I was fired for investigating a company where Joe Biden's son worked.
Absolutely.
Then they had the nerve to try and impeach Trump over that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's not even including what's going on in China. I say, break it up. The whole system is rotten to the core. If you remember, when I first came on this show about a year ago and a couple months, one of the first things I said, we need a peaceful divorce because it will lead to the least amount of human harm. But essentially what we're doing right now, I think we're going to be stronger if we're going to be decentralized, because this centralized, corrupted system is literally weighing everyone down. When Biden announced there was no federal solution to COVID, a lot of people were like, that's awesome. That's great. Finally, let people do what they want. We already live under this kind of system where states get to decide what they want to do themselves. Empowering them even more allows more representation, allows more independent voices to be heard, and allows people not to be corrupted, whether in Ukraine, whether in China, whether in any other international dealing, whether it's Saudi Arabia. There's so much corrun. It's rotten to its core. It's disgusting. It needs to break up immediately.
At this point, what we are, okay, I hate saying this, but the United States is a corrupting...
Say it.
I kind of can't. It's that hard. It's a corrupting force in a lot of these places.